Hello, welcome everybody to Phlox'em. We are here with our last match of ABR. This is a PV alliance. From what I've been seeing, these matches have been pretty brutal. I don't expect this to be much different. MarkH is running a punk loop deck for Lost in the Woods. With punctuated equilibrium. Actually, it's not a loop. It just has the Jervy and the Punk, which is still like can play it every turn, but it's not gonna rule of 6 everything. But the Crystal Harvest means lots of amber. But we've got just the 2 reiteration for disruption. Reassembly, I think, is fine. We're not doing too much archiving. Graft, and then the dis is just it's what you're gonna see from dis. It's lots of disruption and all that. So I think we can keep this hand. I just reiterate to begin with, maybe drop some of this stuff. So our alliance is this logo shadows, so 2 houses the same. We've got 2 rage resets in there, which should be pretty good against the Untamed that's trying to do these big burst turns by playing a lot of cards. We have our own graft, so hopefully we get that kind of timed right. We also have the Infernus, so if he's trying to play Punk early and then get it back with the Jervy, we're going to be able to stop that. Hopefully we can get some of those Lost in the Woods too. But that also means that we have a lot of creatures that he doesn't want to Lost in the Woods, so playing those could actually be a little scary for him. We'll see. Yeah. Prophecies are not actually looking crazy scary. I really like ours here. Didn't generate any amber. We're going to go ahead and just go Logos here. Reiterate for some draw. Let's throw... Looks like it's just going to be Burnished, and we'll go ahead and drop the Cover Fire for now. I don't think we really need that too much. Moment. Do I actually want to fade anything? Yeah, we might as well fade our Urchin here. We want to try and do the big disc turn next. We've got the Hoodwink too if we want to just... If he does a big turn here, we can Hoodwink and do plenty. I would play Strug, but I don't get any value from that until he's actually made some amber. Okay, so he's also playing the Reiteration, which makes sense. I think that card is oftentimes better just to play compared to Rage Reset, which is hard to actually get value from the play effect. Also, I realize I'm not wearing glasses. So what is normally close to a blank canvas of my background and my face is now a extremely blank canvas. Without even the glasses for some the word be contrast. So here we are. All right, so not a huge turn. Looks like he's just setting up to try and get some stuff going. We might purge our reiteration here just to stop. This is actually kind of awkward. Do I play both of the Infernus? So we are going to trust your feelings for Untamed. I think we do put this on top of the deck. Go ahead and Infernus. Dunk those. And then we'll go ahead and Traumatic Echoes. And we'll just stop actions for next turn. Okay, pretty nice follow-up disc turn here. We'll see if he discards some actions. I would have loved to have found more logos, I think. That would have been probably better than most of the stuff we're seeing right now. Just going into logos a couple times. Does have the archives. See if we can get him to play a creature. If he doesn't play a creature, then we're just doing whatever we want next. Or, well, he's not doing anything this turn if he doesn't play a creature unless he's got an artifact. We have a fine disc turn here. I would love him to discard a few things for us to actually be able to purge those. But I don't know. Does he have... He does have creature control. Okay, so there's the Untamed call. Lose one more Amber to Strug. Okay, so we can predatory lending this one. Or the bandit. Actually, maybe we just put gopher under there now. Plays the amberfly, so we also get rid of the urchin. I mean, Shadow's turn here isn't amazing. This we get one. Is it Logos? Does he have Infernus? No. So we're actually safe to discard the Hoodwink and just expect we're gonna cycle faster here. I think we win off of Prophecies if we're gonna win this. So he took his archives. Let's go ahead and just say Untamed again. Oh no. He doesn't have any amber. We're just gonna play this for the amber. We're gonna tuck this and we'll say not Untamed, I think. I think we called this here. And we're gonna discard the Hoodwink because there's a pretty decent chance we're getting punked here. Based on the way he's been playing. I could see that happening. Don't get the steal again because he has not been generating amber. Yeah, there's the Untamed call. So this will be Lost in the Woods. If he only has one, that's actually not great for us because it means we don't get the Infernus back. We didn't do this because Punk would just discard it anyways. Okay, there's the Harvest. There's Lost in the Woods. We'll get our amber back. There's no Punk here. We are likely going into disc because we got to get rid of that Crystalline Harvest. There's a second Lost in the Woods. Okay, so still a chance we find the disc or the Infernus again. But he's just making tons of amber here. And we have to decide if we want to... This was a mistake. I should have put this under... I forgot about the rage resets. I have not practiced with this deck much. Oh, welcome. How's it going, Amber Meaties? There's tails you lose. There's a very little chance we're going to proc that this game. Okay. Awesome. We get turn we're looking for here. We see what one of those pips is. It's going to be a Dis House pip, so we'll be purging that one. So do we rage reset this? I think we hold the rage reset and just put evasive under here. Oh, I was asking if you wanted to flip that or not. Okay. So we'll go Dis. We will Infernus. We're going to get Harvest and Lost in the Woods. We'll go ahead and get to check here. And then we're going to drop. We're going to put it under Heads I Win. We want to get more value out of it, and we'll get that if they play 2 creatures versus 1. There is a chance we get Punked now, but ooh. Need to start getting to some of our amber generation. We are in check though, but we are not stopping a key next turn. Cover fire to the bottom. Not sure if that was the right choice, but again, we lose it if we get punked. So now if we get punked, we just get closer to it again. Really want to find the rest of this stuff. I'm so glad that he played that second Lost in the Woods though. Having that Infernus coming back again is huge, but this being gone is also, actually both of these being gone is pretty big for us. He probably starts playing around our graft now because we have not seen that. We didn't play the Hoodwink, so we know once we cycle, we get that back. Don't really have a way to archive it, though. Okay, so it doesn't call Dis, so our prophecies are locked here unless he plays some creatures. We might rage reset here. Okay, there's a Darn. And there's the Researcher. So those are going to die to Heads I Win, but he's going to archive something first. Probably get the Lost in the Woods. Yeah, Did not. Okay, so went top of deck. Researcher, archives, researcher. Reassembly to archive, researcher. That's pretty good. Jeez. We have archive hate, but only like one card of it, so finding that is rare. But we do get a key here. Eddy of Dis. Okay, so he shuffles his deck in. That's fine. Actually, Look How Far is really good with the Rage Reset here because he'll probably take his archives and have a bunch of creatures. So we'll go Logos. I think we just play these out. I don't think we try to blow them up here. Except we could find the reassembly or the parallel thinking. But these also represent. We'll kill one. One draw. Is that worth it? Let's do this. Or we just hold it for next turn prophecy. I think we hold it a turn here. He's not in check yet. I would love to have gotten rid of one of these shadows, but okay, we find the graft and we find the reassembly, so we have lots of answers here, unless he goes Untamed, which would hurt. Don't necessarily want to see Untamed, but Amber Medes is this your team? I think I saw it. We're playing against you all this week. I'm trying to remember. So bad at knowing who's on whose team. I just know who my next opponent is. Ducks for some Amber. Okay, so we got a nice graft here. Researcher comes down. We're going to go ahead and discard 4 cards from hand. Researcher, Life Ward, Rat Pixie, and Jervy. Yeah. Flaming Hobo's team. Awesome. I think this is the deciding game for us too. That can't be right. No, it was. I think this is a deciding game. Something like that. So sadly, we do give him the Jervy discard here. But we do get rid of the other researcher, which I think is good. Again, Logos means there's no punk coming this turn. We can also reassembly required. Oh, man, I hate this thing. I shouldn't have done this. Putting that under Dis. I think Dis, I mean, he's got to have so much Dis left at this point. Like, he's hardly played it at all. We do lose the Life Ward here, which we're happy to see go. There's a Prophecy, and if that's all he's got this turn, that is huge for us. Yeah, because reassembly just doesn't really matter. So let's see, what did you archive? Archive Eddy of Dis. And then this, archive the Duck. So, go Logos for sure. We're going to go ahead and graft. Well, let's think about this. So I could archive Rage Reset here. I think that's better than archiving the graft, right? Let's reap. Go ahead and graft. There's no reason to fight here. We pick up our one last job, which is actually fantastic with these 2 in hand. He does have the reassembly required also, but oh no, second mouse is gonna proc, so our archives is getting discarded here, I bet. Yeah, there's just no point in trying to put reassembly under here, so we just do the next Rage Reset, I think. Play reassembly? No. I think we need to... I think we do. The moment's kind of passed for this to be useful. We're just gonna hit one of our own. We just need to, we want to cycle more. So yeah, losing one last job here would not be fun. It was coup de grace. Okay, so everything was gonna die anyways. We get our amber off of the graft. His graft again is already gone. That means it's not a reassembly. So our stuff is looking pretty good there. Do get another rage reset here if he plays another researcher. Oh, go for first. All right. That's okay. We're all Keyforge friends, right? Eddie, Duck Duck, Lost in the Woods. I will so gladly take that. He does have some creatures on the board, which are a little bit scary here, but we get to rage reset again. Still waiting on a lot of this stuff here. Okay, so actually, he only played, only gained 1 amber. We get another key. It can't be worth it for him to go back into Logos, right? Oops. Okay, so we're gonna do borrow for the amber. I think we purge both of them. We only get to steal 1, but I just have no need for Shadows creatures on the board outside of the one last job. Could actually leave. No, this gives him combo potential. I just don't want the bondsman getting bounced by a Lost in the Woods, which we've got 2 more coming. We're just gonna purge them both. Get to 4. We'll go ahead and do another rage reset here. Okay, still just not seeing our disc stuff. Pretty crazy. But we saw plenty of value coming. Goes back into Logos. Makes sense. Just using the board here. Not proccing this again, which is frustrating. Getting that archives though. So again, what's nice is all these archives just make our rage reset that much better. There's another darn. That's kind of scary. So we don't know what those archives are. I think we go dis here. See how for artifact control. Nothing? I think it's nothing. And we get to at least disrupt his archives here with the Merkins. Maybe we get a Lost in the Woods, which would actually be amazing. We can't play Troubadour, like probably ever in this match. But I mean, like the big thing in this matchup is how not often, yeah, Lost in the Woods. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so we get to check. If he calls dis, we get to draw a card. Whoopee. Any creatures played, though, are going to be some discards for him. If he keeps archiving, we also have the parallel thinking. And we did shuffle, so we could find the cover fire. Still waiting on that second Infernus. Sorry, what I was saying, though, is these prophecies, like, our deck doesn't really care about keeping creatures on the board at all, so Tails You Lose is hardly ever going off. We don't archive hardly ever. We have the one assembly required. But if there's any question, it's usually we're just hitting a creature with that anyway, so it's not very important. Whereas we got him on house calls and playing creatures, which his Logos wants to play creatures. I don't know if his other house. I mean, we just haven't seen this. Like his hand has to be just so much dis at this. Oh, actually, we discarded some of that. Was that off of that must have been off of rage resets. No? Was that just on his last turn that got, how did that get discarded? Did I miss that? Jervy, Life Ward, Rat Pixie? Huh. I don't know how that tryhard got in the discard, but I'll take it. That means the orb is pretty nice too. We get to kind of, if he is able to get a board of logos that we can't deal with right away, can try to slow it down. What does he have for Amber Control though? Oof. Grave Bounty? Infernal Terran. Strug. Graft. Okay, there's the Terran. Stealing 1. Because he played it instead of just discarding it. We do find that cover fire. So we just go Logos next turn, I think. Oof. There's the Rage Reset on the Punk. Stormstrong, welcome in. Discard the They Tell No Tales. Okay, so he takes us off key, but his options are pretty limited here. Still nothing going with that Tails You Lose, so we just go Logos. Get another Shadows card here. I'm playing the rest of these out. Oh, we're actually not getting check unless we steal here. Honestly, decent chance of stealing if we do our own deck, but I think that's kind of scary for hitting the Infernus, so we'll go ahead and just do opponent's deck. We do get the Venomite, and the Strug means we probably won anyways, but we'll go ahead and just end it there. Tuck the orb so we have a nice big Shadows turn. Okay, calls dis. It's got to be the Great Bounty, yeah. And there's a Forge Ahead. Left. I actually don't want to go Logos here because I don't want to hit this reverse time with the Wormhole tech. I think we might as well just go Shadows. Shadows we only get 2 Amber. I don't think he can stop us here. So we could just go this. Let's go ahead and Eddy first. Oh, hey, we did the Tail as you lose. That was dumb. Why did we do that? Hazard Zerp. What was it? Oh, Chasm Vespid. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and play this for a Gopher. I think the Infernuses in this matchup make it pretty tough for him. This is game 1. I think we had a decent start too. Seeing the Rage resets early is good. Didn't play the Prophecies perfectly. I think we should not call Dis for this ever in this matchup. I think he wants to call Logos a lot and then do one big Untamed turn. So we need to keep this open for the reassembly required, I think. We found another Rage reset. We still have our cover fire. Got Hazard Zerp back in Archives, which is actually great. Nemo's kind of whatever. I don't mind even just Rage resetting this. Okay, so we got game 1. Oh, I lost him. Been a lot of that. We've had a lot of boots from rematches lately. Just gotta make sure he gets to choose first player. This is best of 3, right? Yeah. Yeah. Did you get completely disconnected? Or did I type in the password wrong? Where did he go? It's not answering on Discord either, so I wonder if it was more of a disconnect. Internet outage or something. Strange. I'm not quite sure what to do. We'll give him a few more minutes, I guess. Kind of weird. Oh, there we go. Oof, double rage reset at the start. I don't love the rest of this hand though, although getting rid of it isn't bad. We don't really have artifacts we care about in this game, so maybe that's not the worst to just dump 4 here. Drop a rage reset on Logos. Untamed. Yeah, I think it's gotta be Logos, right? This is all of our artifact in our entire deck, I think. Artifact control. Oh wait, he gets to go first anyways, so makes sense. Could be a duck here. Some archiving wouldn't be the worst. Or reiteration, or a darn, which we do not have an answer to, unfortunately. But he wants to use that, so we get to at least discard some stuff if he goes back into Logos. Yeah, these darns are a little bit scary for us. We have to be kind of careful with that. Doesn't place any prophecies. All right. Get some amber, and we'll go ahead and do this for Logos. And we just draw into a bunch more. I mean, this is just PV Alliance. Like, I don't love it. It's... If I was drawing a lot more dis here, it would also look unfair. Like, this stuff is so nasty. Okay, we get rid of a reiteration, Lost of the Woods, and the... Oof! Hitting the Terran means he gets to discard his entire hand, but also steal 3 amber from us. All right. That was pretty insane. We will go Logos here. That is the one thing with rage resets, is they have the potential for doing that. Okay, let's go ahead and go for discarding. I need to start thinking about getting hit by a lot of Lost in the Woods, right? So what do I not want? I actually think I keep those. Vespid's not doing anything in this matchup, right? Like, he's never going to have enough creatures for that to be the case. We do end up... We are going to call Untamed this turn, just to see if we can hit some of those. So the way we get trapped is if we have to reshuffle all of these creatures into our deck, we're in trouble. Good news for him is I don't think I have a way to get these back now. Goes into Logos, though. We'll take that. Sadly, do not have a way to actually get enough amber for True Brew here. Okay, so he's got a reiteration, doing some handcrafty stuff. We can probably just go shadows and gain and steal a lot here. Okay, so reassemblies. It's fine. We've got the ooh, I don't love that. I don't really have a good way of dealing with it, though. Maybe I should have evasive maneuvers. So now the problem is this procs before the archives are taken, so we don't get to discard any good untamed stuff that got archived there. Not being able to kill this is pretty rough. I could go into Logos and just fight it off, but that's not a great turn. We don't want to play Graft right now. I think it's Shadows. And... So let's see, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would put us to 7, which isn't bad to be pressuring here. Evasive maneuvers under. Look how far. Looks really good though. Do that math again. Supposed to be 3 more. I think we reap. I will for sure discard that. Thank you. Almost forgot this guy had a reap effect. Okay. One last job. And look how far. Okay. This is not a hand we want to get punked. Also still, unless he takes us off check here, still don't have a way to get the amber for True Brew, so probably just going to discard that. I would have liked to have tucked that by now, but we do have some nice Infernus targets. 2 Lost in the Woods is gone already is really good for us, but haven't seen a Crystalline Harvest yet. I think that's the really dangerous one. Duck, reassembly. I mean, we got plenty of good hits here. Goes Dis. Okay. Oh, he does have artifacts we have to care about. I forgot about that. Shuffles in True Brew. Wonderful. Does take us off check, though. Purge is Duck himself, so we can't hit that with Infernus. That's pretty good. Wish we had a way of forcing him higher on Amber. Okay. Shuffling this in himself. That's the 3rd Lost in the Woods, too. Punk isn't enhanced. Oh, the Punk is enhanced. Did we see what it was? I don't think it had. Does it have a Dispip on it? That would be the saddest thing ever. So we are going to proc Tails You Lose this time, unless we just do this first. Maybe that's actually better, because we don't want to get too much Amber, because he's also got the Graft. Haven't seen that yet. So let's do that. Play a little proactively here around those prophecies. So we're going to stop the key either way. Okay. This Pip Lost in the Woods for sure. I don't know that it's Terran, but maybe it is. We have to play like we're going to get punked next turn. Except yeah, he's got a lot of Untamed. I guess Great Bounty is about the same as doing Terran. I guess if he tries to do an Untamed turn, we at least get to discard some, but my guess is, oh, these are mostly random archives so far. Found our True Brew, but no way to kill it now. Traumatic Echoes would be really nice if we need to sneak a key through, but also pretty decent chance we get Life Warded here, which if that's the case, we probably just discard both of these creatures, still do the dis turn, unless he makes a ton of Amber here, but this will probably just be a graph for 1. We won't stop the key because we don't have a way to kill our Strug. It's Reiteration. Oh, did take the archives. Okay. That's very good for us. We want as little in archives as possible when he calls Untamed. Here's a Researcher. That's going to pop our Evasive Maneuvers and kill it so he can't get it with a reassembly required. It's possible it was better to get that under Heads I Win because he's usually playing multiple Logos creatures like the second ZYX Researcher, which will archive the first ZYX Researcher. What did he archive off the top? Yeah, he did off the discard pile, and then there's reassembly. So it has 2 of those in the archives now. See if he pops the Life Ward here. It's not. Okay, so we'll take a key. We could just parallel thinking this. Kind of want to just call this here, though. Yeah. Stop him from playing actions. Discard Worm, discard Troubadour. Dramatic Echoes for actions. And now we just ditch the bandit. Yeah. Okay. So we can't get Punk now. Also, probably it's not going to make too much Amber, unfortunately. Goes into Logos. Yeah, it's going to do these guys again, but he cannot. Okay, goes for deck. Still interested to know. I guess you pop the life ward if you're checking yourself to make sure I can't play an Infernus. Because we still have one of those coming. But I mean, we still have so much heat coming. We've got the Hoodwink and Cover Fire. We've got second Infernus. We're going to get bogged down in these Logos creatures, though. That's going to hurt. Archives the reassembly required. Does not pop the life ward. So I think we go... So we could go dis once more here. Does that help us? No, I think Untamed is better. Or, sorry, Logos is better. I think we just... Maybe we don't play this yet. Reiterate first. Infernus and Life Ward. Merkins. The lending's not doing much for us here. I'd like to play the Merkins next turn. Let's do the Wormhole Tech, actually. I don't need to play him now. We're going to parallel thinking his archives. Okay, yeah. I should have known what was there. That's unfortunate. Well, reassembly required the Infernus. Do I push check here? I mean, he's got to know I have it, right? Like, that's just where we're at. But if he plays Punk, like, we haven't seen it, we haven't discarded it, so I think I just have to assume it's coming. It's tough. Especially a hand like this now where we didn't draw into either the Cover Fire or the Hoodwink is unfortunate, but we have one Infernus in the archives, so that can't get hit by the Punk. Again, Lost in the Woods, 2 of those are gone, so the only other things you get off Crystalline Harvest is one more Lost in the Woods and the Punk. So if you don't have those, the Untamed turn actually isn't that big. So maybe I've been playing around the Untamed too much, especially since we get the Rage Reset on the Untamed call too. This call, is there any other? We haven't seen his Strug, right? Coup de Grace, destroy, does nothing, it's just Amber. Just getting some disc stuff out here. Hits the Strug. That actually is better for us because now we can fight it if we need to Stop more amber. I don't think we'll need to here, though. Ooh. Could Traumatic Echo and Life Ward here to stop us from playing anything. That would be unfortunate. See Life Ward too? Yeah. Pretty good. But we are getting the key. Okay, so he's also going to do something with the Forge Ahead. Which is a reiteration discarding Nemo and Eddie. Okay. So we call this here. We can put down the Life Ward. We can tuck that. Do we fight? We've seen both reassemblies. We have. Don't want these necessarily getting lost in the woods. This isn't bad to get lost in the woods. Yikes. And I say yikes, I have Hoodwink and Cover Fire coming. I think we just creep here. Okay, so now this probably gets punked, but no archives there. We hit the Rage Reset. Do not hit a punk. We do hit, yeah. There's Lost in the Woods. There's the punk. We get the Cover Fire at least. And we reshuffle back into Merkins, which I will take. Rat Pixie comes down. There's the Gopher, which gives us the Evasive Maneuvers, which is very timely. Because this board is going to get scary fast. There's the Crystalline Harvest. And he is reshuffling, so we're not going to get to purge anything. Archives punk. Okay. So, can we get to check here? Cover Fire is 1, 2, 3 if I play them. There's no point in going this. Going Shadows for sure. Not taking the Archives. Cover Fire, discard Nickels. I do wish I had a way to kill this. So much is down to if this gets us Amber or not. So I think we do this first. Predatory Lending here. And then we play Merkins. Oh, I could hit the punk here. Oh, I'm an idiot. Dang it. That was so dumb. Okay. Does that even help me? What do I draw into in Shadows? Nothing that useful. So I don't actually think that helps me. I think we actually just hit top of deck. There's a Graft. And then we will trust your feelings for Untamed, which puts us into check. So I don't think we can lose if he calls Untamed here, because it's his Untamed doesn't have any Amber control. Okay. Yeah, there's the Untamed call. Just to check off of the Evasive Maneuvers. I think, unless I'm missing a Capture Pip somewhere. Rat Pixie had a House Pip. This has a House Pip. I don't mind this getting punked at all. Have the Infernus in the wings. I'm super happy with Lost in the Woods here too. I'll take my Merkins back. There's the Jervy. Yeah. There's the Punk. There's the Harvest. So again, I think this deck can do cool stuff. Like this Untamed is cool, but you kind of have to have the stars aligned where you get the Crystalline Harvest. Oh, sorry. And then you can, the problem is you can't Jervy then play Punk, right? That's where this is really, really tricky, is you have to Punk into the Jervy so that you can then discard the Jervy. Because Punk isn't in your discard when, if like it's in your hand, it's not in your discard to archive the Punk when the Jervy scrap happens. So you can't do infinite turns of that. And even then, like you're only drawing into the Lost in the Woods, which means you're just drawing into a bunch more creatures because you're shuffling them back into your deck. It's tricky. It's very cool. I love Punk. I love Lost in the Woods. Crystalline Harvest is awesome. Jervy's awesome, but tricky. But we just had, we had the rage resets both games in really good spots. We had the prophecies to get them off pretty well. We did make the mistake in game one, choosing Dis for the Trust Your Feelings. We got lucky. The tryhard got discarded. I still don't know how it got discarded in game one. I still have no idea. I don't know where it went, but it was gone. And then the reiterations did some stuff, but we only had our stuff discarded from that once, whereas we got the rage resets a couple times. So it's a nasty little alliance. These are some good things. I think the shadows could probably be switched out. There's probably some stronger ones that are maybe doing similar steal amount, but better creature control. Could get some thunks in there or something. Same with the Dis. I like the Dis. The Double Infernus is really good for these kind of combo decks that want to use, especially the ones that want to use Punk and like the Invigorating Showers. That just means the stuff that they want has to be in the discard basically, and so you can always kind of pick that off. Echo, the Eddies are okay. I have one that's also 2 tryhards, which is pretty fun. But this Logos is pretty nasty if you get it going, especially if you get the rage resets early. If you get the punch early, you can just discard stuff a bunch. But really it all works off of these prophecies, which is coming from the Dis. So that's kind of where this alliance came from, is I wanted the best prophecies I could find, and then as much value as I could find to go with those prophecies. So I don't know. Still not my favorite set, but I'll take one more win for this season, which should mean yeah, I think our team went undefeated. I did not go undefeated, but I think I only lost 1 round, which is pretty crazy for me in ABR. I'm not usually doing that hot, so been a fun season. But yeah, we'll hopefully see you all in the playoffs now. I believe that gets us in pretty well. If our team was undefeated, that should mean the playoffs. But yeah, good games to mark. Again, feel bad that the rage resets come early, but I did not print that card. I'm just using it. That's our Keyforge competitive motto, right? Just the instrument. But all right, thank you all for hanging out and watching. Thanks to the ABR folks for putting this on, Flaming Hobo and all those folks for doing that. It's always a great league for new players and longtime players. Very, very fun. Highly, highly recommend it if you haven't done it before. You'll learn a lot. You get to borrow decks. You get to kind of see the old sets, test stuff with the new sets. It's very fun. And I really like how they do sort of the pairings too. I think like each round, you still get paired with someone in the opponent's team that has a similar kind of score as you. So hopefully you're getting just a lot of really good competitive games, kind of no matter what your skill level is or how long you've been playing. So that's my little plug. And otherwise, we'll see you all next time on Phlox'em. Take care, everybody.